Hi everyone, Natasha here. Welcome to Natasha's Healthy Living, where we are nurturing wellness naturally. And one of the ways that I like to do that is to use a paper planner. So I have my classic size disc-bound planner here, and we're going to take a look at that and work on planning ahead for the next week. So if you want to grab your planner and something cozy to drink, you can join along with me. Stay tuned for that, and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today. It's kind of a gloomy, dreary, rainy, beautiful November day. It feels like the perfect fall day when you just want to stay home and be cozy. We had a gorgeous sunrise a few mornings ago, so I shared that with you at the beginning of the video. It's actually Saturday afternoon. We've had a busy end to the week, so I didn't get my video filmed yesterday, but it's okay. You can watch it when you watch it. It's fine. So we've all been kind of moving slow. I've actually been working up here in my office. I had quite a few things on my desk that were just halfway done. So I went through off and on this morning in between making breakfast and doing some dishes and whatnot, and I got things kind of cleaned up. So now I feel like my brain can focus on what I need to do in my planner. I've also cleaned out the daily pages from the last few days and put those in my archive planner. And yeah, so we're just going to do some planning, kind of set things up for the next week. I might work a little bit farther out, but we'll just see how the time goes. My husband is off doing a tasting class at a local winery near us, and my daughter's watching a movie. So everybody's happy doing what they want to do, but we do have to leave in a few, I don't know, maybe about an hour. We need to leave to go get a birthday gift for a little birthday party my daughter's going to this evening. So let me turn the camera and we'll take a look at my planner and see how it's looking, and you can start planning. So here is my classic size disc-bound planner. I have 2-inch gold metal discs from Jane's Agenda on there. Quite a few inserts and tabs and everything come from Jane's Agenda. The outer cover is from Live Love Posh, which Jane has amazing covers too, but I like having this snap feature where I can flip the cover completely back under itself and keep my planner this size on my desk. And I like to be able to have something to close it securely, because I do take this planner on the go with me a couple days a week for my accounting job. Other than that, I work from home with my Jordan Essentials business and YouTube and several different other things and some volunteer things as well. So let's take a look at how she's looking here. Let me see. I want to make sure you can see. Okay, so I have the cover from Jane. I haven't decided to switch this out yet. This still seems like a good one. And the only thing that I kind of have updated is I used quite a few of the Jane's Agenda stickers that came in the November box. So you'll see those as I start flipping through my planner. And then these are what's left of the Prayerful Planner stickers that I printed out and was using as well. So those were all over my desk. That was one of the things I had to clean up, was just to kind of like finish decorating with the stickers and then put them away. So it was unfortunate. The sticker set, there was just kind of a mix up at the manufacturing level, and they didn't come kiss cut, so we had to cut them out with scissors, which was fine, but it did take a little bit more time and focus to get these stickers down. But I'm really happy with how everything turned out. So I'll show you, let's see. So here's my November, and we start off with the monthly spread. Hopefully you can see everything. It is very dark outside because of the rain, so I'm hoping the light is still enough to be able to see. So I have added in some things like my personal day numbers, and that comes from my Louise Hay Colors and Numbers. So I always keep this near my desk, and I do my little devotional in the morning, and then this is just what I use to help me pick out a wardrobe color for the day, and then there's a little affirmation for each day. And I will have a whole video explaining how I use that system, so if you want to watch that and learn a little bit more about how I use that book, I'll link the video down below. So that's also where I get like my monthly affirmation, and you'll see, I guess there's one other page that kind of talks about that. So I have the schedule pretty well fleshed out. I did use this column to note my Fly Lady cleaning zones for each week, and then also just sort of a recap of the highlights for that week, kind of what out of the ordinary things were happening, to remind myself as, you know, I was just kind of planning things out. I had fun putting lots of stickers down this month. So I've enjoyed just making my planner a little more, you know, pizzazzed up here, a little more interesting than just the black and white planner. Some months I do a lot more decorating than others, and this was a month that I felt like doing it. So I did get some basic lists made for both my business and my home. And then this is my monthly goals page. I got that filled out. And then at the end of the month, I'll fill in the monthly reflections. This is my weekly actions dashboard. I also filled that out this week. And tomorrow I'll fill in this reflections page. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this. So I was setting it up. I think the last video I kind of shared how I had this. Let me take this out just to make it clear what I'm explaining. So this page is the very first page of the weekly spreads. This is for the Jane's Agenda weekly insert number 30. I'm pretty sure I have that right. So the way that one works is there's a spread here on the left where you have the days of the week and some, you know, predetermined lists. So there's to buy, calls and emails, finances, priorities and projects, and then your calendar. So that's one side of it. And then the other side looks like this, where it's just a big long to-do list, task list section. There's a section for a habit tracker, and then there's dot grid and this bottom corner box as well. And so every other week besides the first week of the month, what I'm doing is, and I'll flip ahead so you can see, is I'm using that weekly page front and back. So instead of viewing my week, where is it? Here we go. So instead of viewing my week like this, where I have this week or this page and this page side by side, I'm putting my daily page here, and then I'm flipping back and forth to see that list on the back here. Sometimes I'll look at this and my, you know, every day I flip over and look at my habit tracker and all these things here. Or, you know, I'm looking at it this way, but I'm keeping this right-hand side for my daily page and just flipping this back and front. But at the beginning of the month, that first weekly spread doesn't come with the back looking like this. It comes with dot grid because it's actually the very first page of the month. So I like using that as my personal month spread. And this again is that stuff out of the Louise Hay Colors and Numbers book. And the last couple of months when I've been using this weekly number 30, I just kind of thought, well, it's fine. I don't need that other half of the weekly spread. But it dawned on me the other day, the very last page of this set of weeklies is this page, which has dot grid on the back, and then the last weekly spread like this. So I just put that at the front, and now I have my weekly that matches up with my weekly. So I have those two pages that have fulfilled that need, and then the insides are the two dot grid pages. And I decided to make this one a November gratitude list, and so I'm just writing one thing I'm grateful for each day. I do have a separate gratitude journal, a couple of them actually, one that's more guided and one that's just a notebook, and I go back and forth between using some of those at various points. But often when I'm busy, that's one of the things that I just sort of forget or don't make time to do. But I feel like this little one line a day is perfect for the month of November, just because it is getting into the busy holiday season. And then I have my personal month information. But I do still have this list now that I've been working on. So you can see I've been keeping up with my habits, most of them this week. I haven't walked this week, various reasons, but I was doing pretty good and trying to walk 2 or 3 days a week. And now with the change in the weather and sort of the change in the month and the scheduling for various things, I just haven't made time to walk or gotten motivated to get out and walk. I've definitely noticed with myself, if I don't go first thing in the morning as soon as I've taken my daughter to school, it won't happen. I tried a couple times thinking, oh, I'll do it in the afternoon, or I'll do it over lunch when it's a little bit warmer out and I'm ready for a break. And then I just get busy working on things here at home and don't ever make the time to go for the walk. So noted that maybe next week I'll try to get back in the swing of things and do my morning walks, just get them done first thing. And I always think of Diane in Denmark, because she says all the time on her channel that in Denmark they have a phrase that essentially means there's no bad weather, there's only the wrong clothing. So you can get out and do all the things outdoors no matter the time of year. And I always think of that when I try to make excuses about, well, it's cold and it's rainy and so I can't get out and walk. No, that's not really true, but it does make my motivation a little bit lower when it's yucky weather and I just want to stay in and be cozy. So anyway, and then I have my long list of tasks that I've been working through this week. Obviously, I've gotten a few things done, but not a lot. I am going to deliver some of these advent calendars today, and then there's a couple that'll go in the mail on Monday, and then I actually sold another one, so I've got 4 more that I have coming in, like all the supplies are coming in, and I'll be making those next week or two and should have time to get those dropped off to everybody. So I'm happy with how that little project is going. It's just not, I guess I could check this off. I packed what I could. I'm waiting on more supplies, but at this point I don't have anything else I could pack because I've packed everything up that I can. All right, and then, so that's enough about all of those pages. Then I have this little box where I've been putting my reminders for just unique things coming up in the next week. And then the dot grid section, I'm breaking that down where the top half is my cleaning routines, the Fly Lady system where we do the swish and swipe every day. She says to do the same bathroom or, rotate around your bathrooms. We have lots of bathrooms in this house. So I thought, the basement bath hardly ever gets used. So at this point, it's just swishing and swiping to make sure that it doesn't get all crusty and gross because it just sits there for weeks and nobody uses it. And the spiders go there to die, that kind of thing. And then my daughter has moved rooms, so now she has her own bathroom and I need to clean her bathroom. So obviously you can see I haven't done that this week yet. And I might hopefully get a couple of those done the rest of today or tomorrow. That's always my hope. And then I have done some laundry. Actually, I did do the sheets. I've kind of forgot to go back in here. I did the sheets and the whites Sunday and Monday, but I still need to do these loads. And I did a little bit of kitchen tidying and cleaning. Some of what I was doing was decluttering a huge collection of piles on my desk. So now I've found my desk back and now it's time to get back to just like the everyday cleaning tasks. So there's that. And then we can look at how this week is going. So I have a few more errands to run as soon as we're done. Actually, when I'm done with this video, then I think we're going to run out to get that birthday gift, like I mentioned, but then also to run a couple of these other errands. And I've been working on some things today and getting some stuff done, so that'll be good. And then this is Sunday, so I have my affirmation and my weather filled out for tomorrow as well. And then here we are with the next week. So I was showing you this a little bit ago, but you can see, or it wasn't this exact week, but you can basically see I have gone in, used a bunch of stickers and my mild liners to decorate and essentially, kind of get that part out of the way so that now I can just go in and do the planning part. This is my weekly actions dashboard. So this will get set up as I wrap up tomorrow and do my weekly reflection from the previous week. And then let's flip through my dailies because I really can't remember if I've done, I need to set those up as well. I think I did go through one morning, I was watching a movie and I was actually watching Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I haven't watched that in years and for some reason it came up and then I just wanted to watch it. So I watched that up here in my office just on my phone while I was decorating and getting these weekly pages set up. So you can see, let's see if I'm remembering right. Yeah, this goes through the 30th. I feel like November's already flying by and that's okay, but those are all started so I can just go through and like add everything now. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Friction pen and let's see, I have that set up. One of the things I wanted to do was to get my Fly Lady cleaning routines added. So I have one of these. So this is the Jane's Agenda chocolate brown color if you are shopping her site and looking for the chocolate brown wraps or the chocolate brown snap-on covers. So you can definitely tell the difference. Like the Live Love Posh one is more of a milk chocolate, and this is a deep dark chocolate, like on the verge of being black, but it is a brown. So I think this other one has, yeah, this is a set of friction pens that I don't remember what these are called. They're like a separate kind of style, but it was a colorway that I liked, and they have a nice brown in there. So I need to just copy what I did this week. Let's flip back here to this. Whoops. One more page. All right, so my cleaning routines, that's what's gonna go here. You might even be able to hear the rain. It's not a very dark brown, so I'm gonna go back over these letters to make them a little more visible. Okay, and then I'll just start. Oh, I also want to grab my Zig Clean Color Dot Marker. So this was one that we got in a Jane's Agenda subscription box. I don't remember when, maybe August of last year, something like that. This color is Oatmeal, and I like it. It's not the double-sided with the fine point marker at the one end, or the, yeah, fine point tip to it, but it is a nice shade of that oatmeal brown. It's not too dark of a brown for the dot, which I like. Can't remember how far down to go, so we're just gonna start there and change to my regular black friction pen. There we go. Now, if I do end up cleaning the basement bathroom this weekend, I may not go in and clean it next weekend, but we'll see how far I get on the list. So I'm just putting everything down and assuming that I'll probably need to do some of that next week. So now the laundry, LOL in the Fly Lady world stands for load of laundry. So we have sheets, and I try to do the sheets on Sunday, and then sometimes I throw the whites in there as well. Sometimes they're two separate loads. It kind of depends on what quantities we have of things. Oops, colors. I was thinking ahead to writing darks next, and rugs and towels. And then there's usually some other load that I come across and think, oh yeah, I've been meaning to gather all these things up and wash them. So I'm just gonna put that there again. Okay, so I need a couple more dots. And we'll get out the, now this is a mild liner from a different set. It's not it was like a new set that came out. I gotta take off my glasses to see if I can read it. I'm getting to be that age. It is beige. I could have probably guessed that, but that's the color. And it's also not very bright in here, so that's not helping. the visibility factor. Okay. I'm going to let that dry and kind of soak in for a minute, and then I'll go back in and add my heading. So this coming week, we are in, oh yeah, this was the week that I highlighted wrong, but I just fixed it by highlighting everything and leaving that one open. So this is the 3rd week of the month. So also in the Fly Lady system, if you're not familiar, Zone 5 and Zone 1 are areas that don't need as much cleaning, or could be smaller areas of your home, because often those weeks are shorter. So like the month of November, the only days we have in Zone 1 are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you group the weekend days together, I typically start my week on Sunday. So Friday and Saturday were the Zone 1 days, which the Zone 1 is entry and dining room. And if you have like another, we have a front room, parlor, we call it the hearth room because we have a fake fireplace in there, just whatever those areas are that don't get used as much. And then Zone 5, the last week of the month, this month it's long, so it's Monday through Saturday, and that's going to be your living room. So it's just one room, but you know, depending on how the weeks fall in the month, then you'll have a fewer days some months and more days other months. Anyway, Zone 2 is always the kitchen. Zone 3 in the basic Fly Lady system is supposed to be the kids' bedroom, but I always feel like the longer we go into the month, the less likely I am to get the cleaning done, especially the zone cleaning. So I put myself first and put the main bedroom first, so that I hopefully will get to that. And then the 4th week I do the kids' bedroom, and then like I said, the 5th week is the living room. So I'm gonna say this is, I'm gonna actually kind of take this one out too so I can read it. That makes more sense to do it that way. So this will be Zone 3, main bedroom, and basically the zone cleaning is kind of all the same steps. It's just in a different area each week. So there's dusting the corners and the trim, which I have several videos talking about the Fly Lady zone cleaning system. I even have a free printable if you want to go look at that. I'm not using it currently, but sometimes I go back and look at that as inspiration, or I've actually shared it with a couple of family members if they were just, you know, kind of lamenting like there's so much to clean. I like the zone cleaning system because it, which this is wipe cabinet fronts, and normally that would just be a kitchen thing, but the master bathroom, I like to do that, or, you know, at least dust them when I'm in that zone. But anyway, I like the Fly Lady zone cleaning system because you never feel like you have to do a big spring clean or a big fall clean, because you're kind of doing some deeper cleaning periodically each month. And even if you don't get to all the things in one month, that's fine. You know, the next month comes around and you'll be back in that zone again soon enough. And so then you can try and get some of those other things. Or I also tell people, just look at what seems to be the dirtiest and what, you know, what you would feel better getting it done, and stop feeling like when you walk in there, you see that and it's screaming at you to clean it, and you don't want to have it screaming at you anymore, and you just want to clean it and get it done. So I'm just gonna do, okay, oh wait, see, I got carried away writing. There's not gonna be a fridge and freezer in my master bedroom, my main bedroom. So let's try this again. Cabinet fronts, yes. This needs to be the closet. Closet, tidy, and I could also do dresser. Some of my dresser drawers could be tidied up or even cleaned out. I probably could do a little purging, especially as we're shifting into the colder weather. And then let's see, and then the bathroom. So basically then it's just the regular stuff. So sweeping or doing the floors, mopping the bathroom. I usually sweep or vacuum, that's what it is. Mop. And then I do have a small rug that I vacuum next to my side of the bed. A declutter is always called for, just in general. And then a welcoming touch, which I like that the Fly Lady reminds us to, you know, do something nice and take care of ourselves in that way. It's not all about just cleaning, but you're also trying to make the space feel better and be a warm, inviting space you want to go into. Okay, so I'm not going to go through my tasks list yet, because there's probably going to be a lot of this that'll get transferred over. Actually, I already know some of it I can, because I missed the post office. So in our tiny town, we are very fortunate to have a post office, because our town, within the town limits, it's like less than 200 people. The main postal code is 300 and something people, but it's very rural, very small. Anyway, we do still have a post office, which I appreciate. It's open weekdays from 8 until noon, and then our person goes to the neighboring town that's also small and works there in the second half of the day, so they get a post person too. I don't remember right now if we have a man or a woman who's working there, but and then ours is also open on Saturday morning from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. for 1 hour. And I had all these intentions to get some of these things together to take to the post office this morning, but I did not make it. So that will have to happen next week. So anyway, I'm going to leave the rest of this and come back to it once I kind of go through the rest of today and tomorrow. Now let's look at reminders for next week. So I'm going to put this one back in here so I don't get myself too confused, and then go to my monthly calendar. All right, so we're looking at the week of Monday the 11th, which is Veterans Day. Kids do have school. Tuesday, this is where I think things kind of get a little busier. So Tuesday is I think it's like 9 to 11 veterans program at my daughter's school. And my mom and stepdad are going. He's a veteran, so I always appreciate his service. And I'm glad that she has somebody that gets to come to that program at her school. Gymnastics, I don't know that I need to write down that it's this evaluation week. This is my daughter's first year doing gymnastics, so she's a little bit older to be starting. She's done dance for several years, but didn't ever really love it, which is hard for me because my mom had a dance studio for 24 years and I grew up there and dance was our life. And so I've let that go. That's just not in my daughter's wheelhouse to love dance, but she has really been enjoying gymnastics. So we're gonna encourage that. Orchestra, that's a typical thing. So this is probably one thing I want to note. Actually, two things. So Friday morning, oh, I forgot to put the date. That's actually what I wanted to do, was put, so this is Tuesday. Friday, I have my call with Allison. Friday is also when Sarah and I are going to go set up in the evening the vendor booth that we're doing, because it's all day Saturday and they let you come in either super early Saturday morning or Friday evening to set up, which we both prefer the Friday evening. Then Saturday is, there's two more things to keep on my radar here. Saturday is the vendor event, and I'll have Sarah's channel linked below called Silver Lining if you want to check out her channel. And then there's also a birthday party, so my husband's going to take our daughter to that. Okay, I think that's everything. Sunday is just a normal day. So now that's done, I can go back up here. Monday. All right. Actually, I'm just going to leave this like this and go through and start adding in my schedule for things. So I'm going to turn my planner. Hopefully you can see that. Make sure you can. Yes. Okay. So we have Leader Live. And then on, let's see, Monday the 11th, we also have at 7:30 p.m., which I It's really hard for me to catch evening trainings like this on Facebook for Jordan Essentials, but it's good to remember that it's there because I will watch the replay in the morning then. So it just kind of reminds me that that happens on that night. Tuesday is the day that I work for Stephanie doing the accounting job. And 9 to 12 is the, well, no, I think it's 9 to 11 actually, but I'm just gonna leave this on here because I don't really know for sure. They just told us it starts at 9, and I haven't gotten like the official flyer yet from school with all the details, but I'm pretty sure other years it's been an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And then 4:30 to 6, gymnastics. And I think I will put the note here that it's evaluation week. And I did talk to one of the moms that helps out there, and she said, well, you know, the class she's in, there's not really like a big jump or another step up class that she would go to. So it'll probably be more just reviewing what she's learned and how she's progressed on some of the different, oh, and the other thing was the different skills that she's learning. So that is totally fine. And then I think it's at 7:30 so Nancy, the owner and founder of Jordan Essentials, is very crafty, and she is doing her annual crafting gift ideas class on the business page on Tuesday night. So that's always a fun one. Again, if I don't catch it live, I'll catch the replay. Then Wednesday is PSR from 6 to 7:15. And Thursday is another work day. And I believe it's a plan and peek video that Jane is doing over on the YouTube channel for Jane's Agenda, which is just always fun. Like last week, she showed us a bunch of the December goodies coming in the December subscription box, so that's awesome. Where am I? Thursday. Oh, and then my daughter has after school orchestra. And it's combined with all of the fifth and sixth graders in the whole school district, because she's at a small school here in our little town, and there's lots of other smaller schools, so then they all come together for one practice. Friday, I have my call with Allison. And I'm gonna put on here, I think 5 o'clock is when we can usually get in to set up the vendor booth. Saturday. So that is, I think they're doing it an hour shorter this year, which I am glad of, because usually that last hour is pretty slow at this event. I think I'm running out of ink. I am. Okay, well, pause for just a moment. Let's get some ink. Do I have a green? I do. I love the friction pens for this reason. Not only do they write great, they're erasable, but then also they're replaceable. So I've had this gold pen for, gosh, probably 3 years now, and it's worn, but it's still working great. So you saw you can kind of tell in there, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but there's the little holes for each color, and then it just kind of pops onto the little toggle thing here. You can feel once it's firmly on there and attached, and then it's all good to go. So now I have that replaced. I've been noticing it was kind of acting funny the last couple of times I used it, so that makes sense. And it was just running out of ink. So 9, 2, 3, there we go. Now we can see it. Is the vendor event with Sarah. And let's see. Oh, and then Tyler's birthday party. I can't remember. I think it was at 5 o'clock. No, 1 o'clock? I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was kind of right at the end of my event. And at the invitations downstairs. I don't know why I didn't put the time. I think it was at 5 because they were going to do a bonfire and roast hot dogs and stuff. But I'll check it out. If I am way off on the time, I can just erase it and move it to the correct spot. And then Sunday is just Mass at 8 o'clock. And I do not have to give out communion this week, so it's just regular Mass. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there. It is, that's been enough time, I think, for me to be up here working in my planner. And I haven't really started on setting this week up yet, but what I've been doing, which works out really well, is on Tuesday when I'm sitting waiting for my daughter's gymnastics class, I'll bring my planner, and they have some picnic tables in the waiting area, so I'll just sit at a picnic table and go through planning out the next week. So this gets me started and ready to go. Let's see, I'm looking for the 11th. There's the 11th, and there's that weekly page, and I can pop that back in. And now I feel really good because not only is my planner ready to go for the next week, but my desk is looking much better and feels ready to go for the next week. I've gotten a lot of things done, and it's just time to enjoy some family time. We have a couple of things this evening and a low-key day tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be some laundry and dishes and, you know, cleaning up piles around the house because there's always that. But other than that, I'll hopefully maybe sit down and watch some Great British Baking Show. We've been enjoying the new season that's out, so every Friday there's a new episode. I think we're 1 week behind too, which will be kind of fun if we can watch 2 back-to-back episodes and just enjoy the beautiful late fall weather where it is really feeling like we're winding things down and heading right into the hibernation time of winter. So thanks for joining me. I hope that was enjoyable for you to get to plan alongside me and get to see how I use my planner and set up for the new week. Other than that, I will look forward to seeing you in my next video, which will be my Jane's Agenda Deluxe subscription box for December. It's supposed to arrive midweek, so I'm excited to get that filmed and share that with you next Saturday. So have a good one. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, and I will see you again soon. Bye.